Good morning, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome to the channel and thank you. November 2nd, did you guys turn your clocks back? Do you like it better this way because you sleep an extra hour? But the days are longer and the nights are still. Guys, how you doing? Gypsy Rose Blanchard, just so you know, the world is not flat, despite what you think, and you're going to be stepping off this shit. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, to you, the world is flat, and you're going to be taking a big ass first step all the way down. There is more and more content creators, even content creators I've never heard of, and there's plenty of them. Guys, come on! I'm a little person in a great big world. So, of course, there's content creators that I'm just finding out about. But more important than me finding out about them, it's them finding out about Gypsy Rose Blanchard and helping to correct the narrative. And people that are now realizing Gypsy Rose is full of shit. We knew, but there are people that just, they don't go into deep dives per se, or they do one time and then they don't go back. And that's fair. There are people that just do a one-time video about something and then they go on forward to something else, and that's fine about them. But when they do go back and they see a discrepancy, do they usually go back and fix it? Well, a lot of times, really, no. But when the discrepancy is the whole case and everything that they originally spoke about was untrue, that's when they go back and say, wait a minute, I owe the public more than that. So apparently there's levels here. So the smaller content creators, it goes through several apparently hands. It goes through the police hands to the larger content creators, to the smaller content creators, all these new eyes looking at the case on and discovering things. And then content creators specifically working just on Gypsy Rose Blanchard and combing through everything. People reading the FOIAs, people going through the medical records, people going through the personality, the traits, the personalities, the patterns of those personalities, the many personalities. Did I mention personalities? Only to find out that what we've been sold is some hogwash. It's just bad information. It's disinformation that was sold to us so that Gypsy Rose could appear a survivor, somebody who stood up against her big bad mom, who we come to find out was big but wasn't so bad. And she was a mom that was devoted to Gypsy and devoted to helping her daughter get well because Gypsy was sick. Now, if Gypsy was sick with something that had a lot of different symptoms, which this micro deletion did, especially when she was younger, and it wasn't diagnosed until 4 years before her death or 3 years before her death. And then the micro deletion of the specific chromosome diagnosed later. And in the meantime, Gypsy has outgrown some of these symptoms, but she still acts like she hasn't outgrown them. And that is because she wants attention. And then that same attention that she begs for and lies about is what she claims to be abusive behavior by her mom, obsessive behavior by her mom, when all her mom was trying to do was parent her child, who I'm not sure she ever tried to legitimately fake anything other than perhaps the date of birth. And maybe that was faked so much later because there still was no diagnosis for Gypsy. She was diagnosed after she was 18 years old, right? After she was 18, she was diagnosed. Gypsy was born in 1991, and she was diagnosed, I think, in 2012, right? Guys, Gypsy was old enough to know better, to know what was going on, and she did know what was going on because the outcome wasn't the one she wanted when the unaliving took place, this story came into play. This story became her alibi. This story became her truth so that she could find a way to get out and be amongst us and act like your normal average bear. But do you see that it's her behavior that had given her away? Her behavior shows us who she is. The person we know who she is. And now other people are going to know. Check this out. I've never heard of this content creator before, but let's check him out.
She goes through this like she's got a forensic degree. It's insane. And she debunks every single.
So she's talking, this guy, Dustin Daly, is talking about this content creator named Audrey, who he originally thinks is Aubrey, and how this TikTok content creator apparently goes over everything in regards to Gypsy Rose Blanchard, more or less with a fine tooth comb. Now, I don't know Audrey, but I'm going to check out her channel too. But we know that there's content creators that are here on YouTube that are going through everything with a fine tooth comb because we've seen them and they're amongst our favorite creators.
It's insane. And she debunks every single fucking thing that Gypsy Rose has ever lied about.
Gypsy Rose's prison emails. These emails are her answering questions about Dan Glidewell.
I am sitting here editing this video and I apologize. Her name.
So now we've seen some of this stuff from 1980 and into the weeds.
Her name is Audrey, not Aubrey. This whole time I've been following her. I've been following her for a while. I really thought her name was Aubrey. I apologize, girl. I love your content.
The person asked why they were not on good terms. And Gypsy says,
He must have dyslexia.
Don't think we were on bad terms. I do know that his then girlfriend and I had words a few times because she demanded I stop talking to him. And I refused and said, if he wants me to stop talking to him, he needs to tell me. But I always thought we just was neither on good nor bad terms at the time of my arrest. Could you imagine going through your man's phone and knowing he is texting the person in these pictures?
Imagine that. You got a question. What's up?
And then taking the time to fight with him about it? I would have used that time to pack my motherfucking bags. But that's me. And I do want to talk about this second answer right here. The person asked, why did they stay in contact for so many years? And she said, it was my desire to still have a friendship with him that I persisted so greatly on us remaining in.
Yeah, she doesn't do very good either. I do a better. Pixie, put the knife down now. That's not your mom.
Contact, even though it was something that was forbade by my mother. And God, did I get my ass beat when she would catch me texting him. That's interesting because she tells all of us that she didn't have a phone. In fact,
she lied about everything. See, went
on her show and was like, oh, it's my first time using a phone. Like we.
So this guy has 208,000 subscribers. This has already gotten 43,000 views. So how many people didn't know who Gypsy Rose Blanchard was in regards to the truth about the story?
Didn't all see the messages.
Yeah, she's fallen off the face of this earth, all right. She might as well think that the world is flat.
Between her and Nick, and her mama beating her ass for this was kind of justified. The girl was 19, and knowing.
Yeah, who beat her ass? Her mama didn't beat her ass. She beat her mama's ass.
And willingly playing the role of a handicapped person. Meanwhile, Dan was in his 30s and on parole.
Well, I'm guessing the people that follow her and the other people that call Gypsy Rose out really went for Bailey Sarian, and it ended up with her deleting about 40 minutes of her video that she had posted talking about Gypsy Rose because apparently all that shit about Munchausen by proxy is some bullshit. And I think that
check it out.
Bailey ended up addressing it in the best way possible by deleting this shit and not giving Gypsy any more time in front of her audience.
Just reading the
But she is going to go and do a deep dive.
Comment section, and I seem to miss a lot with the Gypsy Rose update. Like, I completely missed all of the. I just completely missed all of the. There's like people.
All of the newer dialogue and narrative that's gone out there since Gypsy has exposed herself. Because you got to remember, we wouldn't know anything about this if Gypsy wasn't so eager about being in the limelight and being famous, not realizing its infamy, not seeing the difference.
Who came out and have said she's lying. A lot I missed with the Gypsy Rose case. So I ended up cutting a section.
So she's going to have to do this right to make herself get her credibility back, Bailey.
Of the video. It's up right now. I cut like 40 minutes, but the video is still almost an hour. So it's still long. But I just wanted to let you know, like, I ended up cutting the Gypsy Rose stuff. Thanks to everyone in the comments letting me know that I missed a lot. I just cut the Gypsy Rose part. It was just better to play it. Just cut it. I got it wrong. Cut it. No questions asked. Girl needs to do some more. I need to do some more digging. Okay, sorry about that.
There you go. Do some digging. Dig. Bring that big ass shovel.
But I appreciate the people who pointed
Bring an excavator.
it out to me.
I apologize. It got dark really, really quick. But I'm like
Now
Bailey. I
watch.
didn't
This guy, hopefully he's going to do a video on it. 208,000 subscribers.
not know that all this stuff was going on with Gypsy Rose. I didn't know that all this stuff about her being in the wheelchair and her not being able to walk. I did not know that that was concocted. I did not know that her mom did not do all these things that she accused of her in all these books and all these different TV shows. And that's why you should go check out Audrey. But as far as everything goes with Bailey, I'm not blaming her for this because in my opinion, this is something that the media wants hidden. They can't make money off of it if they don't spin her mom into this evil, horrible monster. But that's just my 2 cents.
About
There you
Gypsy Rose.
go. If the media doesn't spin her mom into a horrible monster, they don't have a story to tell, but they do. They do. They have a huge story to tell. A woman who was manipulating the whole friggin' world, the mainstream media as well, but her own big mouth got her in trouble and got the world to see exactly who she is. That's Gypsy Rose Blanchard, guys. That's who she is. And now more and more content creators, more and more people are coming around and they're seeing Gypsy for exactly who she is, which I think she wanted. She just didn't want them to see the truth. Well, Gypsy, that's all on you and your mindless minions. Thanks for that. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Which content creator do you want to expose Gypsy Rose Blanchard? Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Take care, guys. Thank you.